So here's a question for you. Why are audiophiles so mean? Now, you may be wondering, are you kidding? I'm an audiophile and I'm not mean. Why would you say something like that? Well, it's very interesting. If you spend any time on social media groups to deal with audio equipment or audiophile, or even in some cases music, whether it's vinyl or CD or particular types of music, prog rock, classic rock, jazz, whatever, or if you spend any time on forums dedicated to audiophiles, audio equipment, audiophile releases in terms of reissues and remasterings, etc., you'll probably very quickly discover that the tone is, in many cases, what you're doing is wrong, your system is wrong, those components are not good enough, or they're too good for your room, or whatever. And it's a very interesting thing. And I don't want to suggest for a second that every person that's into audio gear and having a good audio system is mean, but there do seem to be a lot of them out there. Somebody will innocently start a thread showing a couple of photos of their room and their audio setup, and yeah, you'll get a lot of likes, you get a lot of people going, yeah, that's fantastic, great, but you know what? They'll come out of the woodwork pretty quickly saying, well, if you move those speakers out a little bit further from the wall, you'd actually get the performance out of them that you paid for. Or, where's your room treatment? You spent all this money on equipment and your room sucks. Or, I wouldn't have that CD player in my system, it's not up to snuff with the rest of your components. And you'll constantly hear this, other people putting input in to say, no, this is what you should do, as if they're speaking from some position of authority. Now, why this is weird is, I also belong to or participate in or view other forums on other topics. Certain car manufacturers, classic cars, photography, cameras, that sort of thing. You get a little bit of that, but it's very, very rare that you go into, a forum for, vintage BMW enthusiasts and you're talking about, your little 4-cylinder 3 Series you want to buy apart and you're looking for, the best place to get it for the best price. And it's very rare that you'll get somebody to come in there, oh, you should get rid of that 4-cylinder piece of garbage, it's not an inline 6-cylinder. If it isn't, it's not a BMW, so get rid of that garbage. You don't hear that. You don't hear that, you should put better tires or better rims on that car or whatever. Same thing with cameras. There's a lot of photography snobs out there, but if you go in asking a question about, the best, particular lens for a particular camera body, based on what you want to use it for, you usually get majority helpful comments, not people saying, no, that's complete junk, you should use this one that is very expensive or very exclusive or whatever. But that happens all the time. And even in, record communities or CD communities saying, no, you need the audiophile pressing or the audiophile reissue, otherwise you're not hearing that recording properly. Now, I'm just wondering and curious, have you noticed the same thing? And what is it? I know, a lot of people, I know because of the anonymity of being online and, behind a keyboard, people tend to say things that they wouldn't say face-to-face with, another person or another group of people. But I'm just curious, have you found the same thing? And why do you think this is? Why do you think that there are a lot of audio people that instead of being helpful want to tell you what you should do with a system that you may have painstakingly spent years putting together? And don't even get me started on the, cable debates and footers and all of that stuff. Thankfully, there's a lot of forums that they don't even allow discussion of things like cables, because they know that it'll just get into a, they said this, he says this, that's junk, it makes a difference, no it doesn't, etc., etc. But I'm just wondering why the online audiophile world isn't a more friendly place. So please give me your comments below, and thank you very much for watching.